Hey everybody, welcome back. And today what we have is a Kenmore 16-inch box fan. Now, of course, those of you who are familiar with antique and vintage fans, you might be saying, well, that's not a Kenmore, that's a Mathes cooler. And you're right. This is, in fact, a Mathes cooler, but it's rebranded by Kenmore. And I have never seen one of these before. I did not know that they rebranded these. But yeah, really cool. I actually didn't even know that these were rebranded by anyone. I thought they were just all labeled Mathes. But yeah, so I got this one off of Facebook Marketplace yesterday, and as you can see, it is painted. Unfortunately, it was painted black sometime in the past. I am planning on stripping all that paint off and refinishing it sometime in the future, because I think it'll look really nice with the original wood finish restored. But yeah, other than the paint, it's really in not that bad condition. I think that whoever painted it actually did attempt to restore it, quote unquote. But yeah, so first of all, if you know a little bit about these fans, these are actually basically like the prototypical, the very first like model of box fan. They basically the prototypical box fan that came out back in, I want to say like the 40s or so. This one is evidently a slightly later model, just based on the Kenmore branding. I don't think Kenmore was around in the 40s when these came out, but actually I'm not sure about that. I don't know. I don't really know a whole lot about these, but I do know that they were basically like the first box fan to be designed, or like to come out into the market. And it wasn't long after these came out when companies started to copy them or like make their own designs. And of course, you know, all the subsequent models of box fans were pretty much all made of metal. This one is made of wood, which you probably guessed based on my description of the painting. So yeah, the front, basically the entire cabinet is wooden. The front louvers here are metal, and they're actually adjustable, so you can like turn each individual louver and direct the airflow whichever direction you'd like. So I think that's really cool. I just have like this half directed to the left and this half to the right. So, you know, uh, kind of reminds me a bit of the old air vent registers at our old house. They had these exact same sort of movable louvers, if you remember. But yeah, so this is a 16-inch model, obviously smaller than the a standard like 20-inch box fan that you'd see of today. Um, the Kenmore tag is right there on the front. It's also been painted, unfortunately. Handle is still present, which is really nice. And then here's the tag and the switch. And this one's a 4-speed fan, which is very interesting. I do know that there are also some of these Mathes coolers that were variable speed, which is really cool. Wouldn't mind finding one of those, but it's model number 337, serial 80730, and 1.35 amps. Kenmore, our own trademark. 4-speed control. So, yeah, and you can see a little bit of the original wood finish there too. Also, the reason why I say this has probably been restored, quote unquote, based on the paint, as well as the fact that I believe this cord, actually this cord is most certainly not original. This is like a vacuum cleaner cord or something. This plug, I don't think the plug's original either. Although the plug looks older than the cord. Yeah, so this has definitely been restored to an extent. So I'm going to turn the fan to the side. Oh, it's pretty heavy, of course, because it's a big wooden thing. But it's got, on the side you can see, these 3 wooden sections. And they like act as basically like intake louvers on the side here, which is a really cool design. I really like this. Yeah, that's really neat. And then on the back, you've got this basic almost like a air return HVAC vent louver on the back here. And then the motor actually does say it is branded by, if I can get it to focus in there, there you go, by the Mathes Company. So yeah, really cool that they use their own motors. I think I did know that, actually. I haven't taken it apart or anything to clean it. This is basically just as it is, pre-restoration. I'm going to be obviously taking it apart and redoing everything. The other thing is, you can see the wiring there is dangling dangerously close to the blades. It doesn't like get hit by the blades, but it does need to be fastened to this center strap here that the motor is attached to. But yeah, other than the paint, it's in really great shape. I'm really happy with it. So yeah, I don't know if there's anything I left out about it. Let's turn it back around. And now, let's go ahead and start the fan up. Start it up on high. I did oil the motor. That's the most that I've done to it as far as like restoration. And this thing is crazy. It's super quiet. Like super, super quiet. And so powerful. I feel like this will definitely become a daily runner once I restore it. Alright. Let's do speed. It says speed 1 on there, but it's technically, I guess medium, you could say, for going by the same speed factors as like ceiling fan, 4-speed ceiling fans. This would be medium. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's, yeah. Okay, and that is low 1. And finally low 2. Or the slowest low. And this thing goes pretty slow on low. You can almost count the amount of revolutions the blade is spinning. But you know it's still moving some air. Still a good breeze. Alright. Spin down from low. I'm pretty sure that thunking you hear is the torque of the motor. Okay, it's a pretty good spin down. So now let's go to the back here, and I am going to capture this really awesome startup sound it has. Starting the fan up on high. Oh yeah. Oh, I love that. I do like the great difference it has between like high and medium speeds. So I'll spin it down from high now. Might need to be run a little bit just to break in those bearings, but, oh, and then I did forget to mention that the, speed coil is right there. It's a little transformer looking thing, which it does work, obviously, as you just saw. Just thought that was interesting to include. So, yeah, I think that is pretty much just about it for this one. So that is the Kenmore Model 337 16-inch box fan, which is a rebranded Mathes Cooler 16-inch box fan. So thank you guys so much for watching as always, and I will see you in the next video.